Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. Let's get out of the snow. Afino would like nothing more. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The knights can appraise Lord Emma of our success, and we, the Lord Commander. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. He is out of here. And everybody else is also leaving. We'll leave too. Back to Ishgard. Alright. See what we need to do next. Where's the Ferment? Ascending to Imperium. We got some level 60 unlock quests here. You just hard mode unlocks or something. Appears to be waiting for you. Into Imperium. Let's say exactly what it is. Probably is though. Recruitment notice. Probably posted. The notice barely jumps out at you. Get some soup. Towards the Ferment. I'm gonna just read this through the wall. It's right here. It's on the wall. Alright. So that's probably hard mode dungeons or something. We're not worried about that right now. It's unlocked though. What that's worth. Or it's unlocked if we did those quests probably. We're still sitting on a whole bunch of, oh yeah, this totally unlocked a quest. Something something. All these. We're just gonna end up clearing those out at some point, just to not have them taking up space. But if we're only really doing the main scenario quest at any given time, it doesn't matter if there's more things on the list. Anyways, Sir Amric, it gives me joy to see you safely returned to us. I take. What news from Silvatol? Well, we stopped the summoning, and then the Warriors of Darkness showed up, and, you know. Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remain behind, Mistress Ishtola has been tending to Mistress Halsey in your absence, and I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. Very good. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother. Okay. Good to have some good news sometimes out here.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Zelfatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
Yep. At least somewhat.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alize. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, But if these warriors of darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power. Death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the warriors of darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
That's not good.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alize and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Okay.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alize, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Alright.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Speak complete. Alright. I don't know. It's been many moons since last we worked together, though I believe the same cannot be said of the two of you. I confess, was aware of your subterranean expedition, of your search for the truth of the calamity. I considered involving myself with her venture for a time, but as you know all too well, circumstances conspired to keep us apart. I can only assume she carried on in our absence. My apologies for keeping you waiting. What's that? Oh, come on. Adventure. Well, there's the best lighting in here. Different question, but... Right then, shall we be off? Taru never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time at the stadium when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please. She was not my... We cannot have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light." So be it. Another time, perhaps. I should thank you again for your assistance with my expeditions, Arctic. Though we left matters somewhat unfinished, nevertheless prepared to focus on the task at hand and use you to the fullest extent of my ability. As you have helped me to brave the coils, so too will I help you to defeat the Warriors of Darkness. Appreciate it. Pleasure to have you with us. Ask about that carriage. Welcome to the fight. Oh, welcome. There we go. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different, more resolute than when last we met. You look like a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur. Nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. Here today because I would regret it if I weren't, that's all. Fair enough. Let's depart for the Waking Sands then, and see if Enix can be of assistance. The Waking Sands. Speak of Elfino complete. Waking Sands, I guess. Vesper Bay. Aetheryte ticket. We got these. They're still very good for getting over here. Hopefully we don't ever run out of them if we continue to need to come over here. It is a distance from any other teleport option. Sands. Yep. Engineer, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Avino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? The Warriors of Darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. Yep. They're here, they're fighting, the Ascians, etc. It's a mess, honestly. Other worlds. You two have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Last, though, as thou didst observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with a redoubled fervor. We have two objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribe's crystals, take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came to fruition, should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians do not have similar designs elsewhere of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this very day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the Strait of Murathor. Okamaro stirreth, and there are whispers that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Your rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matters for ourselves. Let's consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook. I see. Come. Thank you for your counsel, Aisha. Pray inform us should you learn aught else. Aisha. Okay. If I may, Brother Ranger, is there anything else you would like to say? Elsa? If not, then never mind. Well, I ask because you are normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add. Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. We ask that you research this for us. You're nowhere near as well read as you. I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. I said I've heard tell of a promising tome. The Garen Oracles. Mayhap you could start there? By thy leave. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. Camp Overlook, indeed. Okay. And Ranch Share also has a quest. Drop Dead Shiva. That is level 50. These are multiple things. Don't worry about it. Nasya, Camp Overlook. Alright. I think one of these was like extreme something something, I don't know. I'll say you're here. Commander. 7 hells. At this rate, I'll have to appeal to Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, we don't want any. Eh? Well, fancy that. Just when my kobold problems look to be coming to a head, signs of the 7th dawn turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. And helping. Unlikely allies. Commander Odin is eager to put you to work. Of course. So our friendly neighbors in Ugmoro have got much more aggressive of late, just as you said. Matter of fact, our scouts spotted one sniffing about the stores just now, like you're looking to make off with an armful of crystals. I'll be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for a little bugger, would you? Okay. No. See any goblins around? We know some friends seem notably more agitated than when first we arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? Stealing. A kobold in the camp, say. Kobold, yep, kobolds. That would appear to corroborate Mahasher's information, yes, but to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp, draw attention to their efforts, is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan summoning. It means finding and questioning this kobold. Okay. Find a kobold. Could be anywhere. In this circle, specifically. But not up here. Probably not on the ground that isn't real either. Most likely. I was looking over there. Kobold lane. Running. Further down. Over here. Stay back, away, far, back. I'm not that's no use, pointless, hopeless, no use. On the run. Up this way now. Well, please don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. Yes, yes, just talk. Gah. Talking and running away. What are you doing? What are you doing? That was a stupid plan. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will. He found me again. What to do, what to do, what to do. I come in peace, only to talk. Speak, say, talk. So please, please, do not hurt me. So this is our wily kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder the soldiers were on edge. Very well give one a bruised knee. Huzzah! We've got him. Fine work, Scions. So, little one. Thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Planning to steal my crystals, were you? No, no, no. I came to talk. To ask for help. When your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now let's all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What's your name, child? Pigman Gabu of the 620th Order. At least I will be a Pigman one day. Well met, Gabu. I'm Alphino, this is my sister Alcé. The man who found you is our friend. As you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Boyden here thinks you wanted to take his crystals, Gabu. But you said you came to ask for help. Why to us, and not your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? What do you need help with? I was gonna hurt you, alright? Not while we're here, I promise. The Patriarch, the Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again. You have to stop him, beat him, fight him, stop him. Okay. Yahuda's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others. The Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming angry. So that if they didn't have iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And the guards took my parents and the others away. I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace? Oh boy. I did not want to believe it, but I've heard tales of foci fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. By the 12, that is sickening. No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too, so please, help Gabu stop the Patriarch and save his parents. Alright. Commander, advise Maelstrom Command that Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to the worst, we will require their support. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure. You'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. I'll make ready just in case. Okay. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We should surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance had Titan manifested already. I cannot speak for the prisoners, 12 have mercy. They would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. Alright. What do you got? The beast that mourned at the heart of the mountain. Shifting nervously from foot to foot, Gabu struggles to meet your gaze. He also struggles to meet our gaze because our gaze is way up here because we're much taller. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them. If we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come. Very good, Gabu. I was thinking just the same. Do you know where these crystals are stored? I know. Oh. Several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come. We will lead you to the first cache. Okay. This way. Multiple bunches of crystals. There's some crystals. Quickly. Crystals. Feel attack. Do you have them all? Good. Lead on, Gabu. This way. Just running past these guys. They are level 41. We are level 60. Everything in this immediate area is going to be of no consequence until level appropriate enemies spawn for the quest. Crystals. I think there'll be a lot more crystals than just that. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move to the next cache. I got him. Do you hear me, brother? Brother. Aye, it's just that... This is a reasonably large crate. Quite certain that crate once bore Ishgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. Struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Kurthis to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Valbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Ascians, as Thancred speculated. Seems likely. I don't understand. Who are the Ascians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? Ah, never you mind about that. As I said, we do not have a lot of time. Move to the next cache, Gabu. Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. Next one is the last and very large, very big, very huge, very large. Very worth getting out of their hands then. Okay. Answer over here. Very well. Destination. Grenade. Surveying the area. Survey says, though you cast it out for a time, you see no sign of the crystals. They've been moved. Well, that's no good. Found it. What about you, Arctic? Any luck? Nope. Nothing. This cannot be. We saw them. It's my spot song. Think, brother, think. Must have moved them, yes? Question is, where to and why? Within Okomaru, where they summoned Titan once before and mean to do so again, is the only explanation. Well, Mother and Father and the others, we have to help them. And we will, Kabu. We will. Stay calm. We still have time. Maybe. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then they would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe it's time for stealth has passed. Must breach the naval and seize the remaining crystals. There's no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals, then I might deliver them into Commander Lohiden's custody. We dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. Reasonable. That would just be us bringing the crystals to where they want the crystals to be. The crystals, Arctic, if you'd be so kind. Okay. Cache crystals. Large quantities of crystals intended for Titan summoning. Not anymore. Hopefully. Okay. Thank you. Shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Lohiden of the situation. Pray go on ahead. As I recall, there's an Aetheryte within Okomaru mines that should deliver you to the naval. Gabu Dallas knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall rejoin you anon. Strange. I thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action. But this is what you prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way. Moving out. To the underground, to the teleport. There's a Fae here, we're not worried about that. Everything via map here. And in here. Hello? Down here. Okay. Go around. That's also fine. The Fate. Side tunnel. There we go. Outside. Come on. I take it this is the Aetheryte we seek. Right then. As soon as Alphino arrives, we go. Trust you're feeling suitably heroic, Artie. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. Indeed. A few more crystals. Enemies. Second Order Patriarch Zada. Quickly, you clods. Briskly, swiftly, quickly. Not suffer any further delays. Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overdwellers, here, but how did you... Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Mother, father. Coke for the furnace, you monster. How could you? We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from the tyranny of the Overdwellers. No, I'll say, not yet. I understand, Patriarch, I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair, whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. When your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you've brought suffering on your own kith and kin. You've sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course, cease your attempts to summon your god, and work with us together to build a lasting peace. Another peace to be abandoned at the Overdweller's convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. You take and you take and you take, and when you have had your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last, till you grow hungry again. And when we dare to defend ourselves, declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our god drains the land of ether, and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I will hear no more lies from you and yours, Overdweller. You ruined your own lands, they'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Say something, please, please. Please. Oh, the crystals. Wake up, 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 wake up. Wake up. Gaboo summoned Titan to fight against them. Yep. Or also just to fight everything. Still an angry guy. 7 hells. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. You attack him. Alphino, leave him to me. We must away. Oh. By the 12, how could I be so foolish? Should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we were like to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth a primal, just as surely as would the supplications of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. We have one cause for optimism, is that while many crystals were present, they presented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual, meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is yet a primal. The longer we leave him to bleed the land of Ether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ongamaro, more lives will be lost. Maelstrom will rally their troops, the cycle will continue. I think you know what must be done. We'll face the Lord of Crags once more? Of course. Thank you, my friend. Asay and I will tend to Gabu. When you've finished with the primal, look for us in Camp Overlook. We'll be expecting you. Alright. Go complete. Confront Titan in the naval hard. Okay. Duty stuff. Trials, I guess. The naval hard. This one. I suppose. 8 people. Level 50. Requiring a hard mode trial from the previous level tier. It's very strange. We're synced to level 50, so that's also very annoying in the middle of this. This one. I think this is right. No, we'll try. Measuring time, 10 minutes. Okay. No duty support or anything for that. In scenario, side quest. The lake. No, it's 8 people. I think there's too many like duty support 8 people situations. So we will sit here and wait. 15 minutes later, full party for Titan Hard. Hello, 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 hello. Might have even already done this before. I did some of the quote-unquote hard mode stuff. Some is yet. I mean, I guess we did do it before since we're not getting the cutscene for it. So I don't know if it would actually be a different cutscene than just the regular Titan fight. So that's also a question. At any rate, here is Titan. Still 50. And potentially hard? I don't know. We need to do things. Maybe some more tombstones. That's something. Look at that. Some leaves. It's gone. What if I could do this? Oh. Just gonna stand over there. In the circle again? Yep. Damage. Time. Times 2. Stand there. Stand there. Boulders are happening. Bomb boulder. Actually get rid of some of these. Or just not stand next to him. Or whatever. Did circle again? Yep. He likes doing that. He likes doing this attack. I can't find you. I said I'd come. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. So he's saying this stuff from fighting. I don't know if this is unlocked with this or something. Incapacitated. Jumping. Back. Wake up! Why? Alright. That continues. Damn. We can't do these attacks because they're too high level. Alright. It's fine. Too close to the bombs. Good enough. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Alright. Use the buffs we can use. That's. Don't care about that. Alright. It's going down. Slamming. It's fine. More exploding rocks. Stand in that. Let's get in the middle. We're fine. Everything's fine. Hey. Tombstones. And tombstones. And now it's a light party. What? Alright. Loot in here. That's some much lower level stuff we don't need. Alright. Accommodations. Everybody gets something. Yeah. Exit. We did it. And they've gone back to camp. Okay. Camp overlook. Go. No sign of Warriors of Darkness or anything. Let's see what they're up to, maybe. They just didn't show up. That's alright. Okay. Well, problem solved at least. Aha, there he is. Did I not tell you he would return safe and sound? The deed is done then? Titan is no more? Yep. Good. There's been enough tragedy this day. He has been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He's almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he's succumbed to the Primal's influence. Should that prove to be the case, he must be put to death, like any other thrall. Such as the Alliance's policy, yes. You have the right of it. We must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Isaiah's followers are beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but wait, watch, and pray. Quest complete! We did it! Something of victory here, I suppose. But we'd rather not worry about what may or may not come to pass beneath a star-filled sky here. There's not to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one which may never come to pass. Let's tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander Millennium of Titan's demise, for example. You're very certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Yep. Problem found and dealt with immediately. Ah, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst. But they said you had matters well in hand. Yep. All settled then, is it? Glad to hear it. I'm not half as glad as my men'll be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal. And there ain't a soul in the Maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like, we were all prepared to go do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you lot have places to be, but why not stay the night? We're honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. That's us. Multiple times. What are you talking about? They're walking around there.
Who goes there?
Hi.
Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences. Yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
We've got plenty of those. Traveled far away with 2 companions, stealing his sail. Some rather unique circumstances. I had the pleasure to fight alongside Sir Amric. And I came at last to the Dravanian hinterlands. All sorts of tales. Of note. Yes. We got up to a lot of things. A lot of people. Dragons.
We had no clear memories of our life in the hinterlands. having returned to the motherland as infants. Nevertheless, I am quite familiar with Master Matoya, as is every Sharlayan. I should like to speak with her someday. 'Twould not surprise me if Alphino's recent maturation was at least somewhat due to her sage guidance. I would never tell him this, of course, but there have been moments when I've caught myself thinking of him as an elder brother. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
No pressure. No pressure. Meanwhile,
to what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say! It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts, and thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
Reaction. Masked man, you said. Gonna try to lure me out, huh? I promise that's not gonna go well for them. Anyways. Whoa. I just had a good night's rest. But this moment, speaking with Thancred and Ishtola via Link Pearl, they had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had once borne Ishgardian seals. It seems that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Currently, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Samric believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found. We shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they too are flush with Ishgardian crystals. With that in mind, I suggest we pay Rinshare another... Wait, where's Alze? She was here a moment ago with Kaboo. Where are they at? Over here. What's happening? Let me guess. It's time to leave, isn't it? Yep. My apologies for disappearing again. If it's any consolation, I've already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Loden, something tells me you are not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He did not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with the same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? Treat him with every kindness. He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given the chance, so he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, and nor will Maelstrom Command. Alright. I'm sorry, Kaboo, I truly am. You should never have been made to, and I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there is nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much that your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them and never ever forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them and you as I thank you. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A 1,000 times over, aye. There will be a reckoning. Okay. And return to walking sands. Walking sands. Go. Okay. Okay. Through the door. We've heard the glad tidings from Okamuro, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. It was by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Let's speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Garen oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times have they succeeded, then of 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my lady Menphilius spake unto thee. As for what becometh of these reflections when they and the source are rejoined. Frail flesh, undone in umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to her call, to flow into the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the Warriors of Darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die. In essence, the verse speaketh of the reunification of the flesh and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall to transcendent light in the manner which the Warriors of Darkness described, it would give way unto a void wherein none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life, the essence of a soul which returneth into the source may be born anew, saved. Such, at least, is their belief, I surmise. That's true, then, Hans, no one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with you another recent discovery. It would seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans? Strange. Believe this to be a work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Unless thou would wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Ascians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Rhalgr. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Royal's network of spies. Surely you jest, and yet it's not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Ascians. Soon they even know, or care, who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me. We must seek out the resistance group, which receive the crystals without delay. I take a saying. You come with me to Little Amigo. Yep. Yeah. Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves firsthand. You ever walk in the light of the crystal? Yeah. Huh. But then, Alphino, I say, are you three listening? Good. I have tidings. Thank you. What's up? Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. Cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes. Did you have them, and the crystals too? Well, if you remained, regrettably, it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. It was bound for Little Amigo, we were told, where we were received by members of a local resistance group. Since Ceramic's men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we, by happy coincidence. We learned of the shipment but a few moments ago. Ha! And there I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and his little helpers. Ah, wait a moment. There's more. And I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishkarian smugglers was formerly in the employ of one Elaine Rell, infamous Ivy herself. Yep. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Ishtola next, but there's someone else you would have me notify first? No, there isn't. How did Angelica get the information? Dun dun dun. What in the world's gotten into her? It's twice now that we've sought Rancher's aid. Twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. Yarko was one of grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time at the Lemire estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood and not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though, little amiga awaits. Alright. And it will wait. Next time. Goodbye.